everybody, this is Egg from Wicked Trash, and I'm going to be showing you today how I personally get into my Jane Crocker cosplay makeup. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is get your wig cap on right away. That way your hair is out of your face and you don't have to worry about smudging your makeup when you go to put your wig cap on later. For people with short hair, you can do what I'm doing, which is just stuff your hair up there. It gives an even distribution. However, if you have longer hair, you may have to braid it just to make sure that it, stays up there. So first what we're going to be doing is priming. I use the Makeup Forever Professional HD Definition Primer, and it's a green tinted primer to take away some of the redness in my face. And so you just want to use the primer you're most comfortable with. It could be a drugstore primer, whatever. But priming is really, really important because that way your makeup is going to settle better and it provides a layer of protection and moisturizing effects for your skin as well, just to make sure that it doesn't your skin doesn't get clogged with all of the gunk you're going to be putting on your face, basically. So just apply it however you like. I apply it with my fingers. Just make sure your hands are clean if you do apply it with your fingers. Alternatively, you can use a brush or a sponge. And then next we're going to be going in with your regular face makeup. I use the Clinique Superbalanced makeup. Now these products that I've been using so far are rather expensive products that I just happen to have. You can use drugstore products and that's fine too. This can be easily done on a budget. You just want to try and get a face makeup that matches your skin tone as close as possible. So just apply that however you apply that as well. Again, I'm using my fingers, but you can use a brush or a sponge as well. However, if you do use your fingers, just make sure they're clean because you don't want all of the gunk that you've been doing all day that's on your hands to be rubbed all over your face, because that's just gross. Also, make sure to blend into your neck. That's really important because you don't want a line of makeup on your jaw. It just looks, it's like flawless, and then your neck may not be as flawless as the makeup, so make sure you do that. Then I'm going in with two different cover-ups. I'm using the True Match Super-Blendable Concealer for all of my spots and blemishes. I use it in a slightly lighter tint than my regular makeup and my skin tone because it just brightens up your blemishes and it makes sure that they're covered but that the redness is hidden as well. So just dab that wherever, and when you blend in your cover-up or your concealer, don't rub it in. You want to gently pat it into your skin, because if you rub it in, then you're removing some of the coverage that it gives you, so you want to make sure you're just gently dabbing it in instead of rubbing it in. And after that, after covering my spots with the True Match, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Shine-Free FITme Foundation. I'm using shade 110, and I'm going to just use that to cover up the dark circles underneath my eyes. I prefer the stick for my dark circles simply because the cream foundation, it applies smoother and it is a bit easier to apply versus the liquid True Match from L'Oreal. So I just prefer to use that underneath my eyes. And then I'm going in with the FITme powder just to gently brush it all over my face with a fluffy brush, just to take away the shine that all of the makeup has given you and get everything matte, and it also helps seal everything in. So going over everything with a powder, whether it be a loose powder or a pressed powder, just gives everything a nice finish and holds everything in. Also make sure to blend this into your neck as well and doubly go over the parts that you know you're shiny. For instance, I go over my cheekbones quite a lot because I know I can get quite shiny. Want to blend them into your neck as well, just to blend everything down and create a more natural decline into your regular skin tone. Next, I'm going to be curling my eyelashes with just a regular old curler. I like to curl them twice, once before I start all of my makeup, before there's anything on them, and then once again after I put on my mascara. But curling them twice just makes sure that they stay curled and nice, because I'm not going to be applying fake lashes for this. I'm just going to be using my regular lashes. So making sure that they're curled makes sure that they have definition. And so next I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I'm doing my eyebrows with this LA Colors eyebrow pencil that I bought at the dollar store actually. So it's quite affordable, and I'm using black. It looks really harsh before I put my wig on, but after you put your wig on, especially if you're using a black wig, it looks great. So just make sure to start slow and build. You can also use a black eyeshadow to fill in your brows as well. I just use the pencil because it gives me more control, and I like a quite defined eyebrow and pointed eyebrow, so I just fill my eyebrows in with the pencil and go in slow and gentle. See the difference? Looks quite harsh right now, but once you put the wig on, it'll match your wig and it'll just complete the look more. Okay, so next we are going to put a little bit of color onto our eyelids. Now this is an optional step, however I like to add a little pop of color. I'm using the Annabelle Smoothie eyeshadow pencil, and it's a jumbo eyeshadow pencil in a really pretty blue color that I can't find the name of right now, but it's just a nice kind of bright little pop for the outfit, because most of the makeup is relatively plain other than your lipstick. So I like to add that pop of color, especially if you happen to be wearing more red, because with Jade you can either go with blue or red depending on what you want to do. So I like adding the pop of blue just to make sure that there's at least some blue in there, since I'm going to be wearing a red outfit for this. So I'm just going in with the pencil right on my lid, and then I'm taking a brush and I'm blending it out. And I'm only putting it on from the center of my lid to the outer third of my lid, and then blending it out. You don't need a whole bunch. And then I'm going to go in with a contour palette that I just recently purchased from Shoppers Drug Mart by Quo, which is also where all of the brushes that I am using in this video are from. And I'm just going to be going in with a fluffy angular brush and doing a little bit of contouring. I personally headcanon Jane as being a little bit on the chubbier side, so I'm not doing a whole lot of contouring, but I still want to give a little bit of definition to my cheeks and my face. So I'm just going in with the fluffy brush right underneath my cheekbone, and if you want to be able to find that, you can just suck in your lips, and the hollow part is where you want to put the contour. Now remember, you want to build, so don't put a whole bunch on at once. You want to put a little bit on and then go in with more if you feel like you want more. I also then lightly went over my jaw and just around the outer of my face to give a bit more definition. And then I'm going in with the lightest color in the contour palette, which is a highlighter, and I'm just gently putting that on the top of my cheekbones, right underneath my eye. You can press on your face to find your cheekbones. You just put a little bit there just to define your cheekbones just a little bit more. And blend it out. Again, less is more. And now I'm going in with a very small angular brush and doing a very, very small amount of contouring on my nose. I just go in with the brush and a very, very little bit of the dark powder and give just the top of my nose a little bit of definition, and then I just gently blend that out with my fingers. You want to blend down the bridge of your nose. You don't want to blend it up at all because you want the light part to be the top of your nose and you want the dark to stay on the side. Now I'm going to be going in with my liquid eyeliner. It's the Voluminous Superstar Liquid Eyeliner by L'Oreal. I just purchased this eyeliner and I like it a lot. Again, I got it from Shoppers Drug Mart. It's really dark and it's really nice. And so it's a felt tip and I highly recommend it, especially for people who are new to liquid eyeliner, because the felt tip really helps with controlling where you're putting the line. And I'm just starting with just putting a simple medium thickness line over my lid on both sides and making it as even as possible before going in and putting a wing. And the wing is to your preference. You don't even have to put a wing. I just like adding a wing because it adds a little bit of flair. Be aware though, if you do choose to add a wing, it can make your eyeliner on your lid a little bit thicker. So if you are planning on adding a wing but you don't want your eyeliner to be super, super thick, go a little bit light-handed on the line on your eyelid before putting the wing on, and then after you add the wing, then you can touch up if it's not as thick as you want it. And now I'm going in with Maybelline New York's LineExpress eyeliner in Blackened Sapphire. This is just a pencil liner to line my bottom waterline and the outer top waterline of my eye. I don't prefer to line the entire top waterline. You can tightline if you want. I just don't really feel comfortable doing it, so I just do the outer corner. So I line the outer corner tight line and the outer corner waterline, and I also add a little bit of the liner just below the waterline on your lash line just to connect your winged eyeliner. And then I take the back side of this eyeliner, which has a smudger on the end, and I just smudge that out a little bit so it's not quite as harsh of a line. It's a bit softer and a bit more natural looking. Touch-ups as needed. I make sure everything's as even as you can get it. Sisters, not twins, of course. And now I am going in with a red lip liner. Now this lip liner I've had for ages out of some big makeup kit, but you can find lip liners pretty easy. But this lip liner is a bright red lip liner because we're going to be doing red lips. And you can line your lips however you like. I do a pointed look because that is my natural lip line. However, you can go with a more rounded Cupid's bow. It's to your preference. So just line your lips and fill in the outer corners just to make sure that the outer corners stay clean and crisp and don't bleed for when we put on the lipstick itself. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be using the Revlon Colourburst Matte Balm in 240 Striking Spectacular. It's a orangey red color, but very bright. I love this. I pretty much bought it exclusively for Jane, and I love it a lot. It creates a nice matte look, nice and bright. So I just put that all over my lips, staying within the lip liner. And then I'm going to be going in with my trusty Lashblast Volume waterproof mascara. And I'm just going to go in and do quite a few coats on both my upper and lower lashes, because again, I'm not going to be using fake eyelashes for this look. So I want my eyelashes to be as defined as possible without having to glue fake eyelashes on. And as mentioned beforehand, I'm going to curl my eyelashes again now that my mascara is on. This is just to make sure that they're defined and they're curled upwards and they're not going to catch, because my eyelashes like to catch. So this is just to make sure that they don't do that and to make sure that they stay defined and nice and flared. And now I'm going to be putting on my wig. The wig that I have is the Benny from artowigs.com. Now this is a higher end, a little bit more of an expensive wig. However, I love it for Jane, and it's super cute, nice and curly and short. There are plenty of other less expensive options out there, however, so just pop on the wig of your preference for Jane. And make sure that it's sized properly, which is what I was doing there. Plug in my laptop. And then style your wig as necessary, adjust it, make sure that your wig cap is sitting comfortably underneath. And there you have it, that's the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, please subscribe and leave a like and let us know what you want to see next. See you later!